So as you all know, I've been playing Classic WoW lately, and it's a problem. It's a problem. It's safe to say that I'm addicted, and I don't know how to deal with this addiction, and it's hard. One second. And it's hard. There's not a lot of help out there. So I figured I'd come here today and talk to y'all.
Hey everyone, I'm CoStark and I've been addicted to the same MMO for 19 years.
Hey guys, my name is Richie, and I've been addicted to MMOs for 20 years now.
So during my playthrough in Classic WoW, I ran into a problem that many are gonna face in Ashes of Creation. Hopefully not me, because I ran into the problem and that's part of the reason I'm making this video right now. So it's racial buffs. So this could either be a big deal or a minor inconvenience for you when creating your character. So again, I am a mage, but not just any mage, a human mage. Now in Classic WoW and a lot of other MMOs, we have these things called racial buffs. For example, in WoW, humans have 5 different buffs. Diplomacy, which increases reputation gains by 10%. Mace specialization, which increases skill with maces and two-handed maces by 5. Perception, which dramatically increases stealth detection for 20 seconds. Sword specialization, which is the same thing as mace specialization, but for swords and two-handed swords. So those are increased by 5. And the human spirit, which increases your spirit by 5%. Now, I'm not the smartest MMO player out there, but why would I be a human mage when none of the racial buffs as a human give me the racial buffs that I want or need as a mage? It doesn't make any sense. Now, let's look at the gnome. For the gnome, we have arcane resistance, which is self-explanatory, expansive mind, which increases intelligence by 5%, remember that, engineering specialization, which increases your engineering skill by 15, and escape artist, which allows you to escape the effects of any immobilization or movement speed reduction effect. Now class, someone tell me what mages use. Hey, hold on. Hey, what are you? Intelligence, right? Hey, it's intelligence. Come on, baby. Correct. So, if I'm a mage, why would I roll as a human? That doesn't make any sense. I can't use the swords. I can't use the maces. I can't even go stealth. So, why would that make any sense? I guess it doesn't. It doesn't! Sorry, you're right. So, what should you do? Dude, I don't know, reroll? Now, this isn't to say that you need to play this way because many don't. I didn't, but as I learned more and more about the game, it dawned on me that I made a grave mistake. By my own logic, that is. Play how you want, but I'm one of those players that wants all the buffs that I can get early on because I want to be efficient as possible. Are there human mages who are great players? Of course. Are there gnome players who are trash? Of course. Buffs aren't going to make you a better player, they just add on to the skill you already have. Now, how does this relate to Ashes of Creation? Well, for one, we have no idea what any of the racial buffs are going to be just yet in Ashes of Creation. Everything is a guessing game at this point, but when we do find out, I know, not that I think, I know this is going to happen because people always re-roll. I'm not even necessarily talking about alternate characters yet, but how many people recreate their characters because they don't like a certain feature they did during their character creation? Now, take that and amplify it to their character doing damage or being able to play in a slightly more efficient way with them learning that down the road. I think we're bound to see more of this in the more try-hardest people that will eventually play Ashes of Creation, because me a year ago wouldn't have cared and would have just kept playing. But now, I'm rocking with the gnomes, baby. I do think a lot of time should go into what race and class you do want to play, because that's a permanent decision and there's no going back. It's not a big deal to make another character, but that right there brings me to my next point. If you're constantly re-rolling in Ashes of Creation, I think even re-rolling once, this could have a huge impact on how you play your game. What do I mean by this? So I reached level 21 in Classic WoW, and then I decided that I wanted to re-roll for the extra buffs as a gnome. I easily had more than 20 hours in. Let's just say you reach level 15 in Ashes of Creation. We know that this is all going to be a grind, and leveling is gonna take time. Think about all of the grouping that needs to be done to do the content. Think about the people that you need to find to do those tasks with. And just think about all of the time that will go into leveling and gearing up your character only for you to re-roll. Think about the server that you're playing on. We know that Ashes of Creation is a more of a hardcore game, so you re-rolling is going to put you behind in terms of doing content when everyone else is moving along because they didn't re-roll. I'm not saying you need to rush to end game because I think that's kind of whack. Again, enjoy the game how you want to enjoy it, and if that's re-rolling to the point where you're kind of behind and you're okay with that, go for it, I support it. But if you're trying to keep up and make a mark on your server and within your guild, you really might want to know how you're going into Ashes of Creation. It sucks because it's essentially a race to the finish, but again, it doesn't have to be. I think that if this is something that you really want to take seriously in terms of playing and being a force, just be prepared and have an idea of what you're going to play. For those of you who are in Alpha 2, you'll be able to get a jump start on this because you'll be able to try out different things. That's something that I want to look into as well. With all of the wipes that are going to happen in Ashes of Creation during the Alpha 2, I'm thinking of trying out different classes each time, but I guess that depends on how many wipes happen and how often. I'm just happy that I learned the lesson now rather than in Ashes of Creation. Not that it's a big deal, it just would have been super annoying. How do you plan on playing Ashes of Creation? Do you even care about racial buffs, or are you just gonna go in however you want? Please let your boy know in the comment section below. Yo! If you haven't created an Ashes of Creation account yet, feel free to use my link in the description. If you want to come kick it with your boy, hop in the Discord, man. All right. If you want to stay up to date with me, feel free to follow me on Twitter and Twitch, where I stream the live monthly updates. And don't forget that I created Ashes of Creation rap album that will be releasing soon. The King's Despair. That link is also in the description. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.